Okay, well, this has nothing to do with eights and whatnot, or maybe it does. But I watched the movie The Faculty last night, and I used to think this movie was awesome. I just liked it a lot. But there's definitely some subliminal messages in this movie, and I just never caught it before. So I'm gonna play it and show you and talk about it in 1 second. Okay, well, hopefully you can hear it. The volume's gonna be pretty low. I can't turn it up any louder. So here you go. Here's a little piece though. The movie's about aliens taking over a school and then they're going to take over the world. And if you research about the alien agenda and some other things, the movie makes a ton more sense.
Especially the faculty. Tell me about it. It's like the ultimate fucking palm people or something. The what people? The invasion of body snatchers. Small town that's taken over by aliens. That was a joke. Look, what if it really happened? What really happened? I think something's taking over our school. Body snatchers is a story somebody made up, dingus. It's located in the fiction section of the library. Yeah, so is Schiller's List. Look, all fiction is based on some truth, right? What does Miss Burke teach us in English 101? Write what you know. How do we know this writer guy, Jack Finney, didn't encounter aliens in his high school, which led him to write a book about an alien invasion? Your conspiracy theory is flawed. How so? Well, Jack Finney's The Body Snatchers is a blatant rip-off of The Puppet Masters by Robert Heinlein, so you can completely disregard that entire work. Whatever. The point is, they're here, they've been here, and they're here again. Okay, Jay, you've been riding the flagpole on too many times. Look, how do you know there's not a conspiracy? Maybe the X-Files is right. Now, where do all these movies come from anyway? How do we know Spielberg, Lucas, Sonnenfeld, Emmerich haven't been visited by aliens? And maybe they're aliens themselves. Maybe they're simply preparing us for what's to come. You know what, JC, it's fiction. Okay, it's science fiction. Exactly. Everybody gets hung up on the science part, which has nothing to do with it. They're getting at us through the fiction. So, the aliens have just been setting us up over the years, creating this happy little make-believe existence with their E.T. and their Men in Black movies just so that nobody would believe it if it really happened. I think so. Yeah. You're not buying this, are you? No. No.
So they basically just talked about how um, they can manipulate people. Um, it's just so crazy. I just can't believe I never noticed this. I'll talk about it a little bit more after I show another clip here. They also talk in that last scene. They talk about Jack Finney, and I'll show you a little bit more about Jack Finney here in a second. The only reason I even heard of the guy ever was from the Stephen King book, 11/23, 63. And at the very end, Stephen King talks about Jack Finney and how he was a huge inspiration to him and all that. But check out what he says in this scene right here about Satanists.
Tina Danhausen and Delilah Prophet. This is all your fault. What do you mean? Do you think I'm dragged for the aesthetics? They're after me. Did you tell your parents? My mom didn't believe me. She drinks and is a nightmare. Look, we have to go to the police. No, I'm telling you, they've got the police. We don't know what they've got. Look, you saw it. Mrs. Frummel was dead. They attacked Nurse Harper. They? Who are they? Casey, we don't even know who they are. I want to check like everything was okay. It's a devil's cult or something. You know, maybe they worship comets. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, well,
All right, so he said the people that are trying to kill him or take over the world, he said, who knows? Maybe they're Satanists or something. Maybe they worship comets. Now, why would he say that Satanists worship comets? I mean, if I never did any research into Satanism or anything else, I would never once associate comets with Satanism. Why did he say that? Probably because it has, they do things by the stars and they do things by the numbers. Um, it's blatant and they put it out there and so many people are blind to see it. They even put it in movies like this. And if you don't catch it, if you're not really looking for it, you're never going to catch it. Um, it takes a lot of time to actually to research this type of stuff, and it's real, and they're putting it in your face, and it's it's just ridiculous. So long story short, the alien deception is basically that um, the aliens that we think are aliens are actually like interdimensional beings, which are like the demons. So aliens are actually really demons. You can do tons of research on it. You'll find a ton of stuff, and it is ridiculous. I mean, it's just research it if you have any questions of what I'm talking about. There's just it's so much to talk about. I can't even think of any like good things to point to you right now. Maybe I'll look for them and I'll put them in the links. Um, but I wanted to talk about the Jack Finney guy, the faculty. They kind of want you to look him up or whatever, but he was born. Um, which is 95. But and then yeah, the faculty was based off of this book. Let's see here, and it is a 1955 science fiction novel. So that means so you got your 55 again, and then it was 59 years ago. All right, you also have it says here his first short story, blah blah blah. His first novel was called Five Against the House, and it was published in 1954. And then they made a movie the following year, so that means Five Against the House, and the movie came out, Five Against the House, in 1955. Let's see here. You scroll down. I just wanted to show you all the 1/8s and stuff around it. General characteristics of this boat. I mean, 81,237, 81,961, 118 feet, 181 feet high. Like, that's a lot of 1/8s and for this boat. He wrote a whole bunch of stuff about time travel as well. Um, time and time again here. Oh, let's see here. There's a spot that he goes to at 19 Gramercy Park, which this could be 9/11. Um, but when I think of Gramercy Park, I think of the band Deadsy, which has Cher's son. Um, and maybe I'll show that in 1 second. But they're sort of like a Marilyn Manson type of band, and they talk about secret societies and other things in their music. Um, I used to actually, I went and seen them live even at one point in time. But anyway, the point, time and again, he remade the novel. I think the same year that he died, 95, and from time to time, it is a sequel. Uh, it's all about going back in time to the year 1911. Like, that's just kind of strange. Oh, well, I was going to go more in depth and talk about Dead Z and some other things. And I don't know, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'm tired, so I can't keep, I keep falling asleep. So, anyway, have a good night and peace out.